Thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little live experiment here. I have all the projects over from this week, some of them from last week, in the Nacho Projects area in my classroom. And yeah, I want to see if the connection works. I want to see what it feels like to do a live video. I'd like to, I don't know, try my best to make something interesting and then go back and watch it myself and see if it totally sucks or whatever. But anyway, there's a new project that kids have been working on. Kids invented this one. I didn't come up with this one, where they start with a marble, in this case over here, and there's popsicle stick lanes. There's even little tricks here. It can't go under some of these spots. It's a maze. Then we 3D printed a little cup. It was pretty easy to make in Tinkercad. The girls made it in Tinkercad. Landed here. You gotta flip it over just so to get to the finish line. They're having people do it and see how long it takes them to complete it. So we're going to be doing a lot more of these. The future ones will have multiple sides. There's a couple kids who have popsicle stick kind of ramping up and out. That's really kind of fun. The one CNC project that's been done in here, well, there's this one's pretty fun. He had 5 different layers, so he had 5 different cuts here, and those 5 different cuts, they got smushed together just like so, with dowel rods going in here, dowel rods coming up to make this model of a desk. Whoops! Thought he had it glued together, but pretty cool little CNC project. Not bad for a middle schooler. There are a whole ton of catapults over in the corner here. So, catapult time. They work on the design themselves. This one's crazy strong. This one's a little bit more like what I taught them how to do. Okay, they're launching ping pong balls, trying to get their minds around engineering a little bit. Otherwise, I had a girl complete this. She had 32 of these shapes, and she wanted to make something 3D, but she didn't have enough to make a giant one. We figured out how to kind of net it into a cool shape here. So I'm impressed about this one because it's strong. It's a lot stronger than I expected it to be. Of course, there's popsicle stick construction. We're doing something new with popsicle stick architecture, which is, I don't know, this is something totally different. There's a lot of it happening where kids want to make popsicle stick boards, and we got to get away from that to get more and more details. They got a little chandelier on the inside, so that's kind of fun. The last engineer project I'll show you, we've been making these crank boxes, and I need to help kids be more creative with it, because we can have one go up, one go down. Sometimes we have dolphins going up and down. There's been people who do like the sun and the moon. There's been a lot of interesting work done on the crankshaft projects. I really enjoy the designer projects too. So in this case, kids are doing string art, and they're all finishing up these really intricate projects. This one was using nails out of my air nailer. I ran out of the nails, and she didn't want to use the screws like some of these other groups did. And so I grabbed the air nailer out of the back, and it's actually pretty great because you can snip them off really easily. Here are my favorite two, right here. So I think this is a 6th grader and an 8th grader made these. Finishing up. So those those were designer projects. Another designer project, these are glow boxes. And I think this one we were having trouble with the battery. You're supposed to be able to turn the fairy lights on and it kind of glows. This is obviously a heart. They made it kind of a interesting texture on the side. We actually talked about it. They overbuilt it on purpose because they really liked the way this looked. So that's a new one for me. I hadn't seen that yet. And we were experimenting with Googly Eyes. And so there's Googly Eyes on everything. Here's my class phone. There's angry eyebrows and Googly Eyes just randomly on my class phone now. But this girl made a, oh, what do they call it? The Mentally Cool Bud. And yeah, she had a whole story about how this is just so chill. Anything else get made this week? I'd have to go back to my favorite one. These girls invented this project. We have a lot of this foam board and popsicle sticks. They decided to make a marble maze. This art. Obstacles. It's really tricky because it looks like there's ways to go, but this way is blocked and this way is blocked. You have to go through here. But you don't know that right away. You have to kind of explore and experiment with it. So you start here, you make it to this cup, and that's able to get the marble on this side, going to the finish. This gave us the idea of adding the sides to it. So now there are a few happening in the class where there's 3 sides, and the marble is going to be inside, and then going to the outside. And I think they even have some bridges going from side to side. That's going to be a good time. I don't see any of my finished flip books. I'm standing at the Nacho Project area where kids are supposed to leave their project at the end of the week because a lot of the projects were disappearing. The moment they were done, we'd never see them again. And so to try to make sure that things get documented, I'm instituting this new Nacho Project setup where stuff just doesn't vanish right away. Shouldn't be surprising, but there are a lot of string art hearts being made. And unfortunately, the only yarn I have was donated from a leftover baby blanket kind of setup. You know, she liked to make baby blankets. She gave me all of her yarn. And so we only have kind of soft colors. The aggressive orange color, we only had 1 spool of it, and it was gone right away. So we're having a really good time. These were mostly designer projects and engineer projects, but there are always digital creator projects happening too, and I haven't quite figured out how this would work in the live video setup. I don't know if I need to go through the computer and try to like pull a screen share up, or I'm trying to figure this out. So thanks for being here for my practice try at a live video. I'm going to go back and see how terrible or great or what should be better about it. But let me know your thoughts. Thanks for being here, and have a good rest of your day.